Hey everyone, it's your trainer, Coach Kozak, and today I'm bringing you a mobility routine. At the most simple, basic level, the difference between mobility training and flexibility training is flexibility usually pertains to the length of your muscles, where mobility refers to the mobility of your joints. So we're going to focus on your joints today. In particular, we're going to go after your ankles, hips, thoracic spine, shoulders, and wrists. Now, you don't need any equipment today, but I'm going to use a band, and you could also substitute this for a towel. And I'm also going to use a peanut ball, but this could be substituted with a tennis ball, lacrosse ball, or honestly, if you don't have it at all, you could skip it and go without. Okay, so I'm going to do the whole routine with you today. And by the end of this, I definitely think you will feel the difference. This is a routine that you can do between 2 to 5 times per week. Okay, so we're going to start with a deep overhead squat, and I'm going to use my band for this one. Oh, almost forgot. Prefer if you slip off your shoes or flattest shoes that you have. Okay, so I'm going to use my band like I said. I'm going to put my arms overhead, and at the same time, I'm going to get into a low, deep overhead squat. I'm getting an external rotation of my shoulders, pulling back. I'm sitting down, keeping my big chest up, putting the weight in my hips. I want you to sit down as far as you can on this one, however long it takes to get down there. And also I want you to try your best to keep your feet straight and at the same time push out on your knees. Breathe. Okay, I want you to come up and relax. Shake it out for a second. We're going to get back into that. So depending on whatever your individual weakness is, it's probably where you are going to feel it the most, whether that's your shoulders, your ankles, hips, whatever that may be. So we're going to go back into it. It's also true that where you feel it the most isn't necessarily the problem area. Very many times on this one, your problem area, believe it or not, is your ankles. So when you try to keep those feet straight, if you're having a hard time keeping your feet straight and they're coming out, it's probably your lack of ankle mobility. Sitting down, good, breathe, and back up. Shake it out. We're going to do that 2 more times. Everything getting loosened up, and you should feel a progression in how far you can get and how upright you can maintain your posture on these as you go. Okay, I'm going to get a little deeper on this one. Sitting down, keeping good posture. And I don't pretend to be perfect on this one. I'm sure everybody's seeing my weaknesses. That's okay. I want you to press out on your knees, sitting down with your weight in your hips, and pulling back at the same time. Good. And up. Relax. Nice. Shake it out one last time. A couple of big, deep breaths of air. This one of my favorite ones to go to. If you only have time for one exercise or one mobility movement, this is probably my favorite because it just hits every problem area. Okay, so one last time back in. Head and chest up. Sitting back. Good. Pushing out on those knees. And 3, 2, 1. Whew. Burns so good. Okay, next we're going to attack your shoulders and your thoracic spine. So if you do have a ball, now is the time to use it. Like I said, it's not 100% necessary. I'm using this peanut ball. They're really reasonably priced. If you want to get one on Amazon, you can do so by clicking the link in the video description. All right, so I'm going to use my ball. And the higher that you place the ball, the harder this exercise is going to be. So probably want to start somewhere like right in the middle, placing it here. If you just have a tennis ball, feel free to put that there. Or if you don't have a ball at all, you can do this without. So we're going to place both hands together. We're going to do an overhead shoulder mobility movement. And so what this ball under in my back is doing is actually creating a little bit of a fulcrum. And it's giving me a longer range of movement to perform this one. So I want you to get right to that pain point. I want you to touch it, and I want you to come back. Good. And I want you to push your ribs into the ground, push your ribs into that. If you have a ball under there, Don't avoid it. Good, and as you go, getting a little further. Nice. Now, if you're feeling a little comfortable, you can move that ball a little higher, or uncomfortable if you want a little more discomfort, depending on how you look at it. I'm going to move mine a little higher. Good, okay. Back into it. Try best to get those hands all the way to the ground is what you're aiming for. Keeping the arms straight as you do this one. Nice. We're breathing. On average, it takes about 2 minutes of time under tension on any specific joint to really notice a difference. So that's what we're going after. Just if you're wondering about time, we're going for 2 minutes. So again, as you feel needed, you can take a break, or you can move that ball higher. All right, good. I'm going to move mine just a little bit higher one more time. Stick with it. We have just another 30 seconds on this one. Ooh, I'm too high. There we go. And again, it's just about finding that sweet spot where you feel that muscle working, or muscle getting grinded in with the ball. That myofascial release as you stretch overhead. You may feel arms start to go numb a little bit on this one. Is not uncommon. That's totally okay. And 3, 2, 1. Okay. Good. All right. We're going to move into the next one. Actually, I'm going to attack the lower body on the next one. We set the ball to the side. We're going to do a Mulligan ankle stretch. So it's a pretty common ankle stretch, but it's very effective. So I'm going to do it up against the wall. You're going to see me here. But so if we pretend the wall is here, just so you can see from a better angle, the further back away from the wall I put my toe, the harder this movement's going to be. We're going to keep your heel on the ground, and we're going to tap the wall and come back. We're going to tap the wall, and then so as it gets easier, or as you feel comfortable, you're going to move further back away from the wall. So you'll see here, one leg back, I got 1 foot close to the wall, I come forward, I touch, and I come back. So okay, I felt good with that, so now I'm going to move it back just a little bit more. Oh, I feel good with that, and so you just keep going until you can't quite touch that wall without bringing your heel up off the ground. And if you do it right, you can even get a little stretch in your back leg at the same time. Good. So again, just so you can see that range of motion, I'm here, touching my knee to the wall. And if you don't have a wall, you don't need it, but the good thing about the wall is it gives you a gauge so you can see how far you're going and how much you're progressing along the way. Good. So a few more seconds on this one, and then we're going to move on to the other leg, other ankle. And 3, 2, 1. Nice. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. Nothing's changing. You may notice that one is considerably more tight than the other. Again, not uncommon. But one thing that'll more than likely happen during this routine is you'll find maybe a weakness of yours or a tight spot that either you didn't know existed or you did know existed, and this just proved it. So this will definitely also help you to recognize any weaknesses. Remember to pull back as you can, because more than likely during this set, you're going to improve that range of motion as that muscle, as those ligaments and that joint get warmed up. Good. And 3, 2, 1, 0. Good. Okay, what do we have next? Next, we're going to move on to a wrist mobility exercise. I'm going to get down on the ground. I'm going to place my fingers back facing at me, and depending on your flexibility level, that's going to really determine how far forward you go. So just getting to here for you may be difficult. And if that's the case, then I want you can go ahead and just get to this point, but then don't do any of the other stuff I'm about ready to do. Okay, so I'm going to come forward and stretch forward, hit that point where I feel usually I start to shake, and then I'm going to come back. So it's almost like I'm getting up into a plank. Not a plank, but a plank. And I come back. So Good. Get as far as you can. Touch that pain point and come back. Good. Make sure to breathe. Like I said, if just sitting in this position with your fingers pointed back at you is extremely difficult, then that's where you should stop today. But go ahead and feel free to progress to this the next time. Good. Starting to loosen it up now. This will help with really anything from cleans to a lot of people have pain doing push-ups. Not uncommon for everyone to have tight wrists from all that time we spend sitting at the computer all day, or really just tight joints altogether. And 3, 2, 1. All right, nice. We can shake it out now. We're going to get into a cat-cow next. So from all four position, should have just stayed down here. We're going to alternate between bringing our sternum and belly button to the floor, and at the same time bringing our head up slowly. And then we're going to alternate bringing your chin into your chest and raising your scapulas straight up. That's your upper back. And then back into it. So this one is definitely not a race. Keep a slow, methodical pace and really feel every single movement. Feel that back separating at the top. Good. And then as you get into it, you can progress and go a little further on the top and bottom ends. Good. Great one for that thoracic spine. Spinal mobility is definitely important. One of the things that it's hard to get enough of. Nice. Breathe. We got another 30 seconds on this one. I know some of these start to feel like forever, but like I said, it takes about 2 minutes of time under tension to really notice the difference. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, all right. Feeling good. What do we have next? Okay, so staying down on the ground, we're going to get up against the wall into a similar position we were in earlier, but of course, when we were in that position earlier, we were upright on our feet. So we're going to get into a squat position. Get your butt nice and close. I'm going to take my mic to the side so it doesn't interfere. Okay, so get nice and close to the wall. I want you to picture yourself in that squat position that we were all holding earlier. So again, get as nice and close as you can. Get my butt even closer. Good. I want you to try to keep your feet straight, and I want you to push out on your knees. And I want you to work this area, pushing out on each side. So you're pushing out to the side while keeping that foot flat up against the wall. And what this is going to do is not only going to open your hips, but it's also going to help with ankle flexibility. So what I was talking about earlier, oftentimes, I mean, it's definitely one of the things I struggle with. If you're a runner or something where you just beat up your ankles constantly, they're more than likely very tight. And this can cause knee pain when they're very tight, because it puts unwanted tension and pressure when you're on the wrong angle. So we're just kind of alternating back each side, kind of working each side. You can even get your elbows in and come down and open those hips up even more. I really want you to focus on trying to keep those feet straight. And if you have a hard time doing that, then that's going to let you know that your ankles are definitely tight. Good, opening up. Just breathing. Okay, I want you to reset now and try to get even closer to the wall. All right, let's do it again. We've got another 30 seconds here. Really working that area, keeping those feet straight. For me personally, I'm feeling a real tight right ankle. It's probably from that trail run I did 2 days ago. Good, pushing out on both sides. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Whew. I'll give you a second to crawl up. I'll have to as well. All right, what are we on to next? Okay, so we are going to be in a standing position for the next one. We're getting up and we're going to work on our shoulders and a little bit of scapula work as well. Okay, so from a bent over position, first we're going to do Ys. We're going to have our pinkies up, bent over position, pinkies are up, and we're going to come up in the Y shape, or Y formation, if you will. Again, my pinkies are up, pinky side up, if you will. We're stretching all the way up, making that Y. Breathe. Work your legs a little bit too, getting this bent over position. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, now I want you to hold up, and I want you to pull back on those pinkies. Pull back, pull back, pull back. And get back into the pulses. Full range of motion. All the way up, all the way down. Good. Again, get to that pain point, touch it, and come back. All right, now again, let's hold. Come up. Hold, 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 hold. And back down. Good. Getting back into it. All right, next, we're going to move on to a T. So we're going to have thumbs up to the side, very similar. And we're going to come thumbs up, arms out to the side, making a T shape. Same position with the rest of your body. Good. Not only gaining mobility in your shoulders, but also getting some strength added to the scapula muscles. Give those thumbs up. If you want, you can add a few pounds to these, but no more than 2.5, 5 pounds. Good. Thumbs are up. Now let's go up and hold. 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 Breathe. Nice. And back down. Good. Okay. We got one more. We're going to do a W now. So this one's an external rotation. So elbows are bent, and we're going to externally rotate. Your shoulders are feeling about as good as mine are at this point in time. Nice. Elbows are bent 90-degree angles and externally rotate. Good. Nice full range of motion. Again, getting to that pain point and returning. Taking that full range of motion on that joint. And hold up. Hold, pull back, pull back, pull back. And down. Good. Right back into it. Right back into it. Nice. And let's hold up again. Hold, hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good. Okay. Upper body's done. Moving on to the ground for the last one, the grand finale, if you will. We're going to do a hip opener. So we're going to get in a 90-90 position. So this knee's at a 90 and this knee's at a 90. And we're going to face forward here. And the first step we're going to do is we're going to come forward, keeping good posture. We're going to try to bring our stomach into, while keeping good posture, our stomach into our knee. You'll feel that stretch in your hip. This one definitely lives up to its name as far as being a hip opener. Good, keeping good posture, coming forward. And good, come back. And now I want you to try to turn your body square to this leg. And if you can't quite come here, then you can come from back and hold up. But this is what you're working for. Again, good posture with your body turned towards this leg. Good. Right now we're going to open up into a bear sit. I want you to pivot on this front foot and toe. We're going to open this leg up so it looks just like this one the best we can. And so feet are forward. And And there's your bear sit, pulling down, knees to the floor is what you're going for, as best you can. You can see I'm far from it. Good, keeping good posture throughout. Very important, abs are tight, core's tight. We're up, good. Okay, now we're going to pivot on this toe to reverse positions on the other side. So this one comes up, and now I'm in that 90-90 position that we started in, but only facing the other way. Good, so holding here, facing forward, and now I'm bringing my midsection, while keeping good posture, to my knee. Good. Good posture. This one, you're not uncommon to get some hip cramps during this one. Definitely get better with time. Good. Okay, now we're turning, either turning and coming straight on, or like I said, we can take the back route and come forward, or just hold here if that's all you got today. Again, you'll definitely see your improvement over time with this one. Just keep coming back, repeating it, and it should improve all your lifts, and just your overall comfort level and mobility level. Good. Okay, let's open up one last time. Pivot on that ball of the foot, and then come back to that bear sit. Even good posture. If you want to, you can even lightly press down. Get those knees to the ground. Good. Just a few more seconds on this one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good work. Thank you for joining me today for this mobility routine. If you liked it, please give it a big old thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to our channel. It's really what helps us keep the lights on around here. Do us a favor, check out HASfit.com where we have hundreds of free workouts, meal plans, complete programs, everything there for you for free. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Coach Kozak from HASfit, and I'll see you at your next workout.